Got a super bad blade to show you today, my friends. We're going to be looking at the EAFENGROW EF131. Stick around. It's a beautiful fall day here in the state of Virginia. The leaves are just about gone. I think we might have one more weekend of the leaves falling from the trees, but I wanted to take time right now to thank you for joining this video. I want to thank all of my subscribers and welcome all the new visitors here to 411 Outdoors. Let's take a look at this blade. I've been looking at the EAFENGROW product line for quite some time, and this has always been the one that has gotten my attention the most. For me, I like a simplistic knife design. If I buy a knife or if I get the opportunity to review a blade, I'm typically drawn to those simplistic, sharp, effective designs, such as this one here. I want to give another shout out, as always, to Legion Tactical Cutlery for just the amount of blades that he puts on display. One particular brand that I have seen him put on display a lot as of late is EAFENGROW, so I've had a chance to see a lot of their blades that they have available. And not long ago, he put this one on display. And I looked at that knife, I said, I gotta have that one right there. If I get any of theirs, it's gonna be that one. Well, about a week ago, EAFENGROW reached out to me through Instagram, and we made our acquaintance, and they gave me the opportunity to review anything I wanted from their fixed blade product line. And I was like, yes, please send me the 131. So now that I've got it, let's take a look at the specs. It's got a 10.4 overall length, so this is a big knife. 5.7 blade, 4.7 handle. 6 millimeter thickness blade. Tipping the scales at 9.8 ounces. Gorgeous micarta scales. It's got a great sized handle. I've got a large glove size, and there's extra room on here for you, as you can tell. This is made from DC53 stainless steel, which is a Japanese steel, and from my research, an improvement of D2 steel. KnifeBasics.com has a great review of this type of steel. It's also known for its hardness, and this has a 60 to 62 HRC. So I imagine this is pretty tough and wear resistant. Great handguard system on this blade, nice thick rigid jimping there as well, and this is a sharp spine, so there's not going to be any issues striking a ferro rod on this one. But speaking of ferro rods and striking fires and all of that kind of stuff, I do find this to be an all-purpose blade, though when I look at it, it's giving me 100% combat vibes. Now, some knives are bushcraft knives, some knives are combat knives, some knives are both bushcraft and combat, and I think this falls into that category of being anything and everything. Let's talk about its sharpness a little bit. It does come sharp. It's not the sharpest blade I've ever reviewed, but let's take a look at the paper sharpness. And yes, it does some shaving as well. This has also got Jug Killer written all over it. Talk about the Kydex sheath. No rattling. It's in there nice and tight. It's got a nice look to it. It does come with this clip. When you get it in the mail, the clip is on this side and it's upright for you to mount on your side. I didn't find that very comfortable. The way the clip sets, it has the knife kind of riding high. I felt like my mobility was limited. Some may not mind that. I just didn't like it. I didn't like that sensation. So I took it off this side and I mounted it this way on the back side. Okay, and so what I do is I carry mine scout behind the back. Hard hitting skull crusher or glass breaker or pommel. Just to cover a couple of knife fighting basics, you've got a lengthy blade here for extensive slicing in any direction. It's got strong reach and thrusting power. Now, if you were to hold this in ice pick, you do have a good slant for your thumb here, which I do like. You should be able to throw any good combat blade. That was Combat Hammer Grip No Spin. This throws so good. The balance is so good on this. And I say this in just about every knife review. If you're gonna throw your knife, protect those beautiful scales and just throw some hockey tape on it. I wanna go back and revisit something with these scales. These scales really do look nice. They're black in a sense, but they've also got this rustic undertone. And here's how I am with knives. It's very, very rare that I will buy anything other than a knife with black scales. I don't choose green handle scales, orange handle scales. I'm not into really any other color. I'm a black or gray stonewash type of guy. But these are just a different kind of black. These are black scales. That's the look that it has. But when you put this thing in the light, you can see the other parts of the design. A knife that's built like this is one that I'm not so much drawn to see necessarily how much it can take, because I know it can take a lot. I know the steel's very hard. I know that the construction is already very solid. And a lot of knives that I get, if the handle's not built this way, I may feel a little more inclined to see if I can destroy it. As a presenter, I always like to make knife reviews different. I don't always put every knife through the same test. I just kind of want to stay away from that repetition. This is one of those knives that if you like the design, just order it, just get it. It's solid, it's built heavy, it's built well. The only thing you have to decide is whether or not you like the way it carries. I will tell you that unless you like carrying a blade behind the back, this is a difficult side carry. Now you can carry it horizontally or scout on your side. You might not want to walk through town that way, but if you just want to carry this in the woods or in a bad situation, I think around the back is what has worked best for me. The EAFENGROW EF131, ladies and gentlemen. Very much in an affordable budget price range, and exactly what so many people are looking for. Just a basic, slick-looking knife design with black micarta scales on a sweet-looking blade. Thumbs up, EAFENGROW. Looking forward to my next review. Take care.